Welcome, everybody, to another exciting week of Fake It Till You Make It. I'm John Potok.
I'm Angela Rockstar.
And I'm Zach Potok.
And we are here with a new week. Ron just being eliminated last week. You're number one there, huh?
Yeah, I know. It's ridiculous, but it is what it is at this point.
But some other interesting things, what we thought was going on a highway to hell hardcore train ride with King Ron and Queen Triana. Now there's new alliances formed.
That is true. I mean, Rochelle exposed that too with it's her, Tiffany, Eric, and Blaze. And it's going to be really interesting on how long it goes.
And you, with Big Brother, of course, you know that, alliances crack sometimes and others form, and then certain people get nailed. Ron was a victim of that.
Yeah, Ron was a casualty of the game, and that is just how it goes sometimes. Even a great player can go out pretty early on.
Is there any strategy, in your opinion, was there any strategy that could have changed that? I mean, what do you think? Where do you think it went wrong?
I don't really know what Ron could have done at that point because he was such a strong player. I think that they were just ready for him to go, even though he was friendly and they enjoyed him. I mean, even Gage was like, hey, man, it's the game. I think that once he was up there, they were ready to eliminate that threat.
And, of course, last week, as we heard, Triana's already put a bullseye, who she's not part of any alliance, or maybe she thinks she is, but she's not. She looks like she's gunning for Chase.
Yep, I caught that as well. That's going to be very, very interesting with Triana. I mean, I think for her purposes, it's not a must-win week, but at the same time, though, you just never know with these people. I mean, they're all a bunch of emotional people.
Are you saying a must-win for Triana or Chase?
I think for Chase purposes, it's a must-win for sure. I mean,
I think I would agree with that too. I think for both, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think they both.
It's really weird how the tides have changed since just a couple weeks ago.
That is true.
Anyway, let's jump right on into this week's competition. For all you board game fans out there, this one's for you. This is taken after the rules of the game of Clue. Now, of course, it's been kind of altered a little bit to have the characters instead of, Mr. Green or Miss Scarlet. We have Rochelle, we have Triana, we have Keenan. It's the characters of Fake It Till You Make It, the mystery murder game. So clearly this is going to be a game of wits and smarts, and they got to bring out their inner detective. Who do you think would be great at this game?
I think it's got to be somebody that definitely is an observer. For sure. Someone that is taking the time to really pay attention to what other people are saying and is also protecting their own cards. I love the game of Clue. I think it's a lot of fun. So I'm really excited about this competition.
Any predictions?
I think somebody mellow, maybe like Eric, who seems to be quiet, and maybe a Keenan. Somebody that's kind of a blender and seems to be, I think, observant.
I agree. What do you think?
I want to say Blaze. I don't know why. He's the old timer, bunch of young crowd in there. He's probably the only one that knows how to play Clue. So that's probably going to be
I
his
kind of agree with both of
win.
you. I'm so torn on this because you're right. How many of these people actually, because they are younger, how many of them actually know about the game of Clue and how to play it? And then the other part of it is you got to have, even if you have or no knowledge, you got to have some kind of smarts to do this, because there's also a twist. Of course, fake it till you make it. There's a twist. There's 3 extra cards that are put in there. One is the face of the Joker. One is the face of Ice Cube, and the other one is the face of Justin Bieber. You want to explain what those?
Yeah, so the Joker card, you get that one. You actually get a double vote for this week. So whether you're
huge advantage.
Exactly. So when it comes to that, you can be on the block or not on the block. If you're on the block, you can pass it on to somebody, whether it's like a Lions member, whatever like that. But if you're not on the block, you have 2 votes for that week. So that's probably the most crucial one for the whole week. So, but when it comes to actual game play, you have the Ice Cube, which you actually have the option of looking at somebody else's cards. So that's another perk to the Clue game.
And you got to be smart on when to use that.
That is very true. Now, then when it comes to the Justin Bieber one, you get to actually choose somebody to lose a turn. So, let's say you got a vibe where somebody is coming close to solving the murder. Hey, you lose a turn and just bust out that card, throw it in the middle of the floor, and bam, that's how it rolls.
Well, this is going to be a very interesting game, and like you, Rockstar, I'm excited to see who's going to win this. And there's only one way to find out. Let's take you down to the warehouse and find out who the greatest inspector is and who's going to win the game of Clue. Okay, everybody, we're down here in the game of, it's kind of ran like the game of Clue. For Fake It Till You Make It, they all drew cards, and they got to go until somebody figures out who the killer is, which will be one of them, the mysterious killer, with the weapon, in what room?
I think it's Blaze.
Blaze is the killer?
Yeah.
Triana seems like the type to do it, so I got Triana.
Who do you think wins, though? Who do you think wins the game?
Oh,
This is going to take a lot of intelligence and smarts.
I'm going to say, I don't know why. Eric seems like he has a decent head on his shoulders, a little bit of intelligence. I got Eric winning this one.
What do you think, Rockstar?
well, let's see. I'm gonna go with Shell. I think she's got
I'm going to go with Gage.
Gage. Yeah.
Gage would be the one doing the killing, not solving the murder.
That's a heart under his eye.
So as you can see, they're already
he's all loving.
they're already in the they're already in mid round, and they're taking their guesses at each other.
Okay, so just for a recap, if you have, you don't gotta say nothing, do not say nothing. If you have the Joker in tonight's voting, you will have 2 votes. If you have Ice Cube at any point in this game as part of your turn, you say, I want to play this card, you throw it out of the middle, and you can look at somebody else's sheet to take notes. If you have Justin Bieber, you can play that at any time as your turn and make somebody else lose a turn. Are we clear on all that? Yes. Okay, with that being said, we are going to start with Keenan. Give us our first scenario, Keenan.
I'm feeling good so far. A couple of them was bummers, because I got a lot of these fake it to make it. So I'm just trying to look around and see what people are gonna say and catch on the clues and stuff and figure this out. Hopefully I can get it done and win.
Allie. Okay, Chase, do you have proof? You have any of those? Allie, you have proof. Okay, show Keenan.
Gauge candlestick in the dining room.
Allie, do you have proof? Tiffany, do you have proof?
No.
Rochelle, do you have proof? Gage, do you have proof? Oh shit, here we go. What did you say?
Gauge candlestick in the.
You have gauge, candlestick, or bathroom?
No.
You know what you're talking about?
No.
Oh man.
The competition today was kind of wishy-washy for me, but I did survive, so I am grateful for that. So I can't be upset. So, but how I feel about right now about the game is, let's see where it goes.
I said I wish there was a bar.
Oh, what did you say?
With a gun in the, what is this? Bathroom.
Tiffany, can you prove it wrong? Rochelle, can you prove it wrong?
Yeah.
Show her what's up.
So I've heard of the game Clue, but I've never played that before. I kind of caught on quickly, but I don't know if I was doing well in the competition because I didn't really see anyone else's. But it was a fun game, but I didn't think I was gonna win. And honestly, I didn't really want to win because I didn't want to put up the people who are gonna have to go on the block. Because I'd rather stay silent about it.
Well, this challenge was actually the most entertaining. I think everybody loved the challenge. Just very interesting. Murder mystery, can't go wrong with that.
Okay, Chase, on you. Tell me who committed this murder.
Blaze killed somebody with a knife in the kitchen.
Can you prove her wrong, Allie?
I used knife.
Tiffany, can you prove her wrong? Rochelle, can you prove her wrong?
Oh my God.
Gage, can you prove her wrong? Wow. Eric, can you prove her wrong? All right, Rochelle.
Yeah, I had no idea what was going on at first in the challenge. Me and Blaze had talked earlier that we were gonna try to help each other through it and get some of those numbers or those names up on there to try to win the thing.
Tiffany with the rope in the bathroom.
Keenan, can you prove her wrong?
But everybody's kind of holding, everybody is kind of holding up there and letting them see.
Being wide open with it, I mean.
So maybe Blaze is just counting on that. I don't know why.
I think Blaze and Eric are working together of some sort this competition.
That's another thing. That's a good point you just brought up there, Zach. Why not pick somebody? So if I'm in this game, why not pick the person next to me if they're my ally? Let's just say it was Triana. Triana, tell me your cards. I'll tell you my cards. That gives them a double advantage, and then he has the other two cards to be in the advantage.
Yeah.
Blaze could really set himself up, and nobody would even know.
But is Blaze using his head like that? That's the real question.
Oh, guys, I don't even know. I'm here to win. I'm here to start mixing it up and firing things out there, and I did not do it again. So, the challenge tonight was the Clue game. I'm old, so Clue works for me. I can do it. And unfortunately, I had all the weapons. I was too busy talking to Eric. He and I were sharing the same information, so we went from having like 6 items to 12, 14 right out the gate. And then I did my turn, and I forgot to use the steel because I had them both. And that cost me the game.
Okay, this challenge is rough. A lot of different type of directions, instructions, everything. I get nothing. I don't have too much faith in myself, but I'm gonna wish for the best. I will try to cheat off of Blaze's paper because I'm next to him. If that doesn't work out, we're just gonna hope that I make it to the end.
Allie with the high friends in the base.
Allie, everybody thinks you're a fucking crazy. Allie, you're busy. Can you prove her wrong, Gage? No.
I like the challenge. I think it was a really good one. I think I'm doing okay at it. Kind of picked up some clues from other people, so I think that's a good thing. So we'll see the rest of the way out.
Okay, Tiffany, on you.
Allie with a gun in the basement.
Rochelle, can you prove her wrong? Gage, can you prove her wrong?
I felt like I was doing okay. I actually picked two of the fake it till you make it cards, so I didn't really have an advantage on anything. Yeah, I thought it went well.
So this challenge requires a lot of brain power. I lack that. This challenge requires a lot of being strategic. Lack that as well. So we're going to just hope and pray that Trina does well.
Keenan, forget your name, let's go.
All right, I go with Rochelle, shovel, bathroom.
Can you prove her wrong, Chase?
How was it?
Rochelle shoveled bathroom.
No, I couldn't.
Can you prove her wrong, Allie? Tiffany, can you prove her wrong? Rochelle, can you prove her wrong?
You know,
Gage, should we even ask you?
Can you prove the same scenario?
Eric, Blaze,
No.
Brianna,
Keenan ends up winning it out of nowhere. He didn't even have like hardly any marks off on the paper, but
Big dogs, I won this week, first time all season. I'm a little nervous though. I ain't got no bad blood with nobody. It feel good to win though. Definitely feel good to win. I always come close but never get it done, but this time I got it done.
I'm feeling good that Keenan won. Me and him was talking throughout the game. That's our little buddy thing. But overall, I think me and him cool, but I'm gonna have to switch it up real quick.
Okay, so it ended like we thought there. Keenan threw caution to win. I don't even know how he figured it out so good. Me and Eric thought we had this thing in the bag. And so Keenan out of nowhere just kind of solves the problem. I felt pretty good. Keenan is in my original alliance of 7. I haven't wavered from him. He hasn't wavered from me. I think, I've got a nice situation with about everybody except Allie and Chase. We'll get into that some other time. But, right now I feel good about Keenan winning this thing. I think we're going to go in the right direction.
So Keenan just won, and I'm a little nervous because I don't really know where his head is at. I know that we were in alliance before, so hopefully he still feels that way. But I do think that Triana is a target, and Chase and Allie are obviously a target. So somewhere in between there.
I felt safe with Keenan being the winner because I kind of gave him pointers when he was standing in his spot, and he told me I'd be good, so I wasn't worried.
yeah, so Keenan won. We felt safe. We had alliance with him for, I think, the whole show, really. And he's sticking to it. He's showing himself, so he's doing good.
Okay, we are back. I'm John.
I'm Angela.
And I'm Zach.
And there you have it. You said this, Angela. You said Keenan or Eric would win it.
Yeah.
Keenan, the silent stalker, the silent hitman, has won the challenge.
I picked the dummy of all people, so I mean.
And who would that be?
Blaze. I mean. He
Well,
had the
here's the other
Ice
thing.
Cube card. He had the Justin Bieber card, and did not. He even asked midway through the competition, "What are those cards represent again?" Dude, you have both of them. How do you not know what they represent?
And did not play them. Did not play them. Another one, of course, which could possibly help her game. She's been on the block a couple weeks in a row now. Chase gets the Joker, so she gets 2 votes. So that's a huge advantage.
So is she going to expose that to anybody, you think?
Well, I'm sure I wouldn't.
No, I wouldn't either. Definitely not.
With these people, you never know. But, I mean, let's just keep it real. It's fake it till you make it.
So let's talk a little bit about Gage's play. He kind of just never got into the game and never understood how the game worked.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
He's really lucky he's pretty.
He's definitely a lover. His heart tattoo underneath his eye says it.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. So Keenan wins. This is going to be interesting to see who he nominates because Keenan's been the quiet, secret guy
I don't think
all
he has any
season
enemies.
long. He doesn't seem like he has any enemies. What do you think? Who do you think he takes?
I mean, I guess if I were him, I would, unless I was working with her, I would put Chase up there because that's not going to really affect.
It's not going to hurt your game.
It's not going to hurt your game. She's been up there. It's the easy move. It's kind of the lame move, but I might make that lame move to protect myself.
Would you go with the other pick being a bold move?
Yeah, probably.
So, what would you do, Eric?
Maybe Eric and Tiffany.
Ooh.
I think Tiffany presents like a threat, whether or not, not only does she win comps, but she's just got that kind of energy that she's one to watch.
I couldn't agree more. What do you think?
I mean, I kind of am thinking with Keenan being in the position he's in, I could see him going after somebody like a Chase and Allie type deal and trying to wash away all of like couple showmances. I can see that. But
but that doesn't eliminate the threats in any way, shape, or form. And
it creates the least amount of blood on his hands, though.
Possibly. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I'm kind of mind-boggled about who I think he's going to take. Me personally, if I'm him, he's not in the Rochelle Alliance, is he?
Mm-mm.
So, yeah, you got to go. I think I go Eric and Blaze, me personally.
Well, we'll find out.
Well, there is only one way to find out, and let's take you down. Oh, well, before we cut down to there, who do you think would be the third person now at this point? Do we stick with Chase?
I mean, they probably will end up putting her up. I mean, probably. If she's not the initial 2, she'll definitely be the 3rd.
What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I would say it's easy to keep throwing her up there 3rd.
Man, they're beating her up, aren't they?
Yeah, I feel bad. I hope she starts winning something.
I just want her to unleash and fight or somebody. Like, that'd be some comedy right there.
Oh, brother. Here we go. Well, there's only one way to find out, and we're going to find that out. We're going to take you down to the warehouse and find out who's been chosen, who's been nominated by Keenan.
Me and Keenan, we've talked a little bit, but I'm not really too feeling good about this. I don't know which way it's going to go, so I guess we'll see.
First, I nominate Ali. Sorry, it just came first. Everybody kept saying your name during the game. No hard feelings. That was all respected. Second.
Who?
I don't feel confident about Keenan winning. We're in an alliance, but as soon as he won, he let me know, I remember what you said. I said nothing. Literally nothing. So I know what Keenan's gonna do, but it's okay. Because next week, Keenan, don't let me win. I will be putting you in the bottom, and that is a guaranteed.
I'm gonna have to go with Triana.
With Keenan being the winner, it's kind of 50-50. In the beginning of the game, I think we did have some sort of alliance. I do believe that all the men kind of automatically formed their own alliance. So, like I said, 50-50. I'm scared because he's a guy. We've had some sort of alliance in the beginning, so maybe it can go either way.
They're gonna try to get all the girls out, and it's gonna be just the guys since they have their alliance and their butt buddies. They probably fucking behind closed doors too. Oh yeah.
I don't care.
Stop trying to be nice after me.
It's a game. It's a game.
Exactly.
You just learn how to play the
I'm gonna guess it's gonna be me. But who is it really, camera guy? Can you tell us?
It's gonna be you.
Got 2 votes and I vote Blaze.
Whoa.
I'm gonna vote for Chase.
I'll go for Eric.
Who?
Eric.
I'm gonna go with.
Go Blaze.
Chase. Oh, Gage.
Gage, okay. All right, so it's Chase. Welcome back, everybody. Fake it till you make it. I'm John.
I'm Angela.
And I'm Zach.
And there you have it. The decision has been made by Keenan in a surprise, kind of a surprise move. He nominates Ali and Triana. And then we take it to the rest of the castmates who then put the third person up. We all hit that one on the head. Chase, sorry, you're up there again. This girl's just, woo, she's up there.
I just can't believe he actually put Triana up. It seemed like him and Triana had like a little, like alliance or something. So I wonder if something broke down.
Especially with Keenan being really good friends with Ron. Ron and Triana had a little bit of a relationship. Very interesting move.
Yeah, I do think it is an interesting move. I think Triana's a very strong character and player, so that is taking out a threat. But it's also, if she stays, I imagine she'd be coming after me, so I wouldn't really.
Well, what if Triana wins pardon? Then we have Allie versus Chase at the debate. That could be interesting.
See, I think that'd be a horrible debate, personally.
Well, because they won't attack each other.
Exactly.
I agree with that. But it could be interesting to see who's willing to cross that line to keep their game alive.
That is true.
I wonder if they would even campaign for each other.
So let me ask you this. If you were in a showmance and it came down to you and your significant other having to be in a debate, do you play friendship and let fate decide? Or do you go, hey, this is my money. I'm going to argue and see what happens. What do you do?
It's so tricky. I think I would like to say that I would be like, I'm getting my money. But I think at the end of the day, I would probably say, I'm not going to speak bad about this person. I'm just going to tell you all the best things that I did and why you should keep me. And they're a great person. But I don't know that it would be. I would like to say that I would be about the money, but in actuality, I don't know that I would be. So
boring.
Yeah.
There we go.
You gotta go after that money.
So you're saying you would do that?
Hands down.
You would betray your lady love like that.
Absolutely. I'll see you outside, maybe.
Oh, well, maybe not after you just.
I'm richer.
Oh. All right. Well. Let's take it on down. Let's find out what's going to happen with the pardon competition. But before we do that, why don't you go ahead and explain what's going to happen?
So it is what we call the bubble relay race. So when it comes to the bubble relay race, you each have your own set of bubbles. You blow it up in the air, and one bubble has to make it through the hoop. Once it does that, you win. It's just something that simple. It's kind of... Basically,
seems like a pretty easy game.
You would think so. You would definitely think so. But I don't know who would win this one. I'm keeping it honest.
I love bubbles. I'm really excited about this comp.
Oh, brother.
Well, let's take it on down and check out who wins the pardon competition.
Okay. Yes. Ready. Set. First one to get one through. Doesn't matter front or back. One complete bubble through without popping.
I'm not really too confident about this competition. We'll kind of see how it goes. I'm not really good at the blowing part of it, if you could say so. We'll see how it goes.
Honestly, I ain't really care. They just doing their little thing. They've been up there like 3 times. I'm just get these motherfuckers out. I don't really care. Let's just keep it rolling.
Bubble. And next try. A little slow, a little high. Bring it down a little bit.
She's starting to have it back together.
Triana has yet to get a bubble started.
Let it go. Yeah. I can come on. Oh, yeah, keep going, man.
Allie might have this here. Triana's catching up quickly.
Allie got it.
Allie makes it quick.
I did really good at the challenge. Did not think that. Actually pretty dominated it, but I think I did pretty good, and it all worked out for the best.
My thing was just get a big bubble. You couldn't do them petty ass little ones because they'll pop. You know what I mean?
Are you ready to debate those? Because I'm ready.
You try to keep them popping up. Yeah. If you did the little ones, they end up popping because they got too much shit going on. You gotta do the big ones. But I was just lucky because it came up to a big one. If it wasn't a big.
Actually, I thought Triana was gonna win that because she's the only one out of the 3 girls that knew how to blow. Is that wrong to say?
No. All right, so the bubble challenge, that was fun. I kind of wanted to get up and do it myself, but it kind of, like I said, everything worked out the way I wanted it to. My group wanted it to. We need Chase out, we need Allie out, and Triana's, I don't even know what she's doing anymore, so she's too flighty and she's got to go too now. So between the 3 of them, didn't care what happened. And then, Allie comes up and wins that. Really, it was a best case scenario because Allie isn't going to win too much more. And, Chase was the one that if anyone could win out of those three, it was her. And she got put on the block. So everything is working out just as we want it to so far.
Okay.
Yeah, I did not expect Allie to win it. I actually thought that Chase was going to win the challenge. She's little and agile. I thought she was going to be running under that bubble and working it right to the hoop. But and then Triana, before it started, I was like, hey, why don't you practice, see if you can blow a bubble. I don't know. She ended up blowing a bubble, but then Chase couldn't blow one, and somehow Allie won the competition. I don't know how.
I kind of wanted Triana out after all this stuff from the week before. But I just couldn't wait for Chase to go home, so I'm happy with who is up there and who is gone.
So Chase and Triana are going to be on the block, and Chase is going to be up there again. And honestly, I just want her to go home already, but I also want Triana to go home as well. So I don't know. I just feel like we can't put Chase back up another week. I think she has to go home tomorrow. Or today, she has to go home, and I think Triana can go home next week. So,
with Allie winning the challenge, I was very surprised. It was extremely quick. I mean, probably less than a minute since the challenge started, so that in its own was surprising. Not that she's necessarily been a bad player or more dominant, but she hasn't been the best and she hasn't been the worst, so I was just surprised that she won overall. And then that left it to me and Trey.
So of course, Allie wins the challenge. She uses her mouth a little bit more than me, so it worked out for her, but it's okay. When it comes to this debate, I'm ready to take Chase on. I have no fear in my heart. We're going to do what we got to do.
Good job to Allie, I guess. I'm not really mad at you for winning. Good luck, I guess. But Triana, I'm sorry you couldn't get the job done.
There's no strategy on this show. It's just we're gonna vote for the same people every single week. If I win today, I'm gonna be on the bottom next week. It's just it's repetitive. There's no strategy. It's not even alliance based. I could get it if it was alliance. It's not even alliance based. It's just the same people.
The same stuff every week. Nothing is new. Nothing is fun. Nothing is. The viewers are about to say the
All
same
the
shit. It's boring as fuck and the same shit happens every week.
I guarantee you. After this,
who was on the podium last week for the last 3 weeks? Chase. Who's about to be there again? Chase. Guess what? Next week. Chase. Guess what? The week after that. Chase. Come on now.
And if Chase goes home, Allie and Triana are gonna be in the bottom. If Triana goes home, Allie and Chase are gonna be in the bottom. It's literally gonna be this. So the next 3 weeks, guys, it's gonna just don't even watch the next 3 weeks episode. Come back every 3 weeks and watch There's nothing It is the same people every single week. It's not very interesting.
It's up to the viewers to see how interesting it is.
That's true.
Let's see what they say. Because personally, for me, it's not that interesting, and I'm working.
That's what I'm saying. Literally, all the cast that were that had personality have all been voted off. That's the strategy of the show.
No cap though.
Let's leave out the old ass men, boring ass.
And let's just keep all the people that literally have not had to fight for nothing the whole show. That's what's gonna be.
Hey, I fought for you last week.
I mean, no, you don't count. You won. It's literally people that have not won.
Hey, she didn't say that was wrong. She said
that don't win. It's just boring.
Okay, we are back. Fake it till you make it. I'm John.
I'm Angela.
And I'm Zach.
And there you have it. Allie. Allie wins the bubble competition
Definitely
and
did
gets
not see that
herself
coming.
pulled off. She wins pardon. So heading to the great debate, it'll be Triana versus Chase in front of Judge Joe. They both have something to say. This ought to be pretty interesting.
I think this would actually be an interesting one just because we haven't seen Triana on the podium yet, so she seems like a person that likes to argue.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to these ladies going at it at the podium.
You think this could get pretty heated?
I do. I think they're both mouthy, and I'm excited to see it.
Who do you think wins? Who brings the better argument?
Triana.
Agreed. I think Chase is probably gonna do the same old pouty face and everything like that.
Take it easy. Take it easy.
They're picking on me again.
Oh my God. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I think they both have very good potential to argue. I'm excited. Let's see what happens. I mean, there's only one way to find out, and let's go down to Judge Joe's courtroom. Judge Joe presiding for the big debate, Triana versus Chase.
Welcome everybody. Court is now in session. We have Triana and Chase up for debate today to decide their fate in this game.
Okay, I won't lie. I'm a little defeated this week. You know, I feel like I've been in the bottom a lot. I don't want to show it, but I feel like I'm going to show it. I'm going to try my best not to be that guy that I don't want to be here guy, but, you know, it is what it is. I'm going to give my best. If Chase wins, she wins. I hope she doesn't. She's always crying about being in the bottom. It's annoying. We're tired of seeing it. But, you know, it's just one of those weeks. I think I'm about to get my period, guys. Whatever.
Before we start, does anyone want to play the money chip? I'll take that silence as a no. At this point in time, we will ask a series of questions that you'll each have a moment to answer from your castmates. And then finally, we'll speak to each of you why you should stay over the other. First question that I have, and we will throw this to Chase first. Obviously, nobody likes either of you, but what is the number one reason they should not vote you off? Chase?
The number one reason I should not be voted off. You guys can keep throwing me up here every week. That way you guys don't have to debate yourselves, and then you could just get out the other person like we've been doing every week now, right? I think that seems like a plausible idea.
Thank you for your response. Triana, what do you have here for us? Nobody seems to like you as well.
I know.
Why should nobody vote you off?
Why they should not vote me off? Because...
Wow, got a stumper here. First time in my life I've heard you quiet on this show.
I know. They should not vote me off because I really, really want to be here.
That sounded so convincing. We're going to go to the next question. All right. So this is for you, Triana. You're going to be first. Chase, after finishing second last week, prior to week, do you think this will be the week you finally go home? Do you think this is the week Chase will finally go home, Triana?
I think that we should leave it in God's hands. You never know. It could be me. It could be Chase. The Lord knows who's going to go home, though. I don't.
My cousin Hendry would second that. He would bless this. Outside of Hendry, though, I'm going to turn this over to Chase. Chase, so this is truly directed at you. After finishing second every week, obviously being the bridesmaid, not the bride, you finally think this is the week that you're going home.
You know what? All we can do is hope, you know? I mean, do you want to see me up here at this stand for another week, or do you not? It's really up to you guys out there. I'm going to leave it up to you.
Good answer.
All right, Chase, we're going to start with you on this one. Why do you really feel like you're up here every week?
As I referenced to my earlier answer, I truly believe that I'm up here every week because some people are maybe, I don't want to say scared, but, you know, they don't want to see themselves up here and they don't want to have to debate themselves. So it's a lot easier to throw me up here. And then from what I've seen every week is throw Chase up there and then get the other person out. So it's a good strategy. I'm not knocking anybody's strategy, but from what I've seen every week.
So Chase has been the silent killer. Triana, how do you answer that?
It has been working for her, so it makes me a little uncomfortable. I don't know. I hope that I don't get the Chase curse.
Are you this quiet on TikTok?
My TikTok followers can answer that for me.
Wow, okay. So, question here. This is back to you, Triana. Who should be here instead of you?
Who should be up here? I guess Keenan should be up here instead of me because he voted for me to be up here. And that's why Keenan should be up here, not me.
Chase, same question to you. Who do you think should be up here in your place at this time?
In my place. This place that I've been at for 3 weeks now.
You're very
I don't know if
comfortable
anybody
up
else
there.
deserves. Yeah, I'm getting comfortable up
You've been
here.
ferocious, though. So
I don't know
who
if
do you think should be up
anybody,
here in your place?
deserves this spot. Let's see. You know what? I'll say Blaze, just because he votes for me every single week. I mean, who else would I pick?
Blaze. Blaze has been called on the carpet. Perfect. Thank you both. So final question. Chase, we'll start with you. In 30 seconds, please tell me why you think you should stay over Triana here.
30 seconds. The clock's running up. Let's see. I don't know. We're on an alliance. We're supposed to be, I don't know.
You're in an alliance together? Is that what you said?
Yeah, we've always had an alliance since the beginning of this game here. So
who do you want to spill the tea on? Who do you want to spill the tea on then? Let's twist this question then.
Well, I feel like the guys are scared to come up here. I mean, strategically, today would have been a really good time to get one of the guys up here. But I don't think the guys want to go against each other. As we've seen for the last 3 weeks, everybody chooses to put me here. That way they can secretly get somebody else out. So I think everybody's a little scared of these podiums more than they are of leaving.
So you're trying to rile up the flower power.
That's what I think.
I like the play on this. She said the guys don't have any guts here. Triana, to you on this, why do you think you should stay over Chase?
I think I should stay over Chase because
No reason. Come on, Triana.
I should stay over Chase because Chase is always on the bottom, and I don't know. Is Chase? I don't know. I don't know.
Well, thank you for your unresponse there. That's very political of you. We appreciate that. This is voting season, everyone. So Triana, vote for her for president, I guess.
2020.
We're now going to take a recess to let the voting process begin. Thank you. We are now in recess.
Welcome back, everybody. Fake it till you make it. I'm John.
I'm Angela.
And I'm Zach.
And that was a very interesting debate. Wasn't as boring as you thought it might have been there, Zach.
That is true. They both had some fire under them, which it's about damn time, honestly.
Who do you think got the upper hand?
I gotta go with my girl. I gotta go with
Triana?
Triana. I think she slayed that.
I think she did too. It's almost like Chase is in a little bit of I quit mode.
Mm-hmm.
That is true.
I think she's it looks like she's almost just thrown in the towel.
But here's the other thing about Chase, though. She has 2 votes that she could pass on to an alliance member.
And I would have used that. I think I would have said that in the debate, which she doesn't even bring up. Your back's against the wall. I think I would have used that.
Yeah, at
And
this
here's
point,
the other
there's no
thing.
secrets.
Let's not forget about the fact that Keenan, this week, the only one to draw for the money chip, which is available again.
Yeah, that is true.
I'm drawing for the chip this week because I feel like I got a little slight target on my back because last week everybody was talking about Keenan don't get talked about, Keenan don't get talked about, putting my name up there. So I'm going to draw for the chip this week. Black chip.
And he was unsuccessful.
He was unsuccessful, but either way, whether he was successful or not,
he lost his vote.
But he nominated, so he probably doesn't even care which way this goes.
Right.
It's going to be interesting. I think it's going to be close.
Yeah,
Because there's a total of 7 votes, and because Chase is already getting 2 votes automatically, because you would think she'd probably pass it down to Allie or something like that. So she already has 2 votes in her favor of staying. And that's going to be the real tough.
Triana might go home.
She might. I mean, if we're looking at how last week went and Ron ended up going and he was the threat and the House decided not to get rid of the pawn but to get rid of the threat, it may follow this week, which I don't want to see it, but that's how the game goes sometimes. So I look forward to seeing how they vote.
We're getting ready to I'm hearing there's something going on down there right now. There's some kind of... So let's take you down to the courtroom. There's some interesting things ensuing, and we'll also follow up if they get order. It sounds like there's some heated argument going on down there, and we'll take you in and let Judge Joe sort all this out, but let's get you down to the courtroom. Judge Joe presiding right away. There's something going on down there.
I can't wait to see it. Let's do it.
Hey, you gotta go home. Bye. Adios.
You're mad because I said you're not going to win from all these guys, though? Exactly.
But why did you say that? Because you in your feelings, because you keep going up there on
No,
this.
because I'm seriously, strategically, it would have been smart for you to put 2 guys up there.
Okay,
I'm talking logically. Why are you getting
my
mad?
alliance is my alliance.
Fuck. You're getting mad, bro. Like, we can sit here and talk and have a debate. Because you know
You should have been up there debating. The fuck was that? You worry about this debate. You should have been debating.
You mad because I said you about to lose.
That's terrible ass debate. That's terrible ass debate. Terrible ass debate. Do that shit on camera. Do that shit on camera. Do that shit on camera. And you're going home. It don't matter. I'm not gonna get high and leave my stress.
Exactly.
Bye. You're not. Hey, your chance at the 25 is over. Bye. You came over here arguing with me because you mad that you keep getting up there.
That ugly ass face.
She mad, she trying to pick somebody to argue with. Every time somebody say her name. Ain't nobody say your name this time. You just
I argue.
Why you do this? Why you do this?
Exactly. How dumb.
I don't question what you say. I don't question what you say.
Alright, come on.
I don't question what you say.
Please, we gotta
Because I'm an adult and I can have an adult conversation.
Okay, now don't nobody argue. Don't nobody
Should we call security in?
Do you need to take this outside? Because we could go outside.
No.
It is what it is. I'm not scared. So don't let me go out there when we can solve that shit right out there in the parking lot.
It's okay.
Because I need the lesson for sure. I way more than this game ain't shit. I'm gonna say what it is. It is what it is.
Nigga, you was mixed? Shit. I thought you was mixed, so she shouldn't be saying nigga as much as she said. I thought she was mixed. That's crazy.
Court is now back in session. After all the fun, we're back here to this point. At this point in time, we're going to talk about the total amount of votes that we have. We had one person draw for the money chip. So that leaves a total of 6 votes. However, during the competition today, there was a card that was drawn that gave somebody the Joker, that gave someone 2 votes. Chase was the lucky person that had the Joker, and she was able to give it away, her being up here for debate. We don't know who she gave that to. However, the total vote count today, we got a little bit from the peanut gallery over there. However, today with a count of 4-3, Chase, you have been deemed fake by your castmates, and you are now eliminated from Fake It Until You Make It. Court is now dismissed.
Well, I surprisingly did land the Joker during the challenge, so honestly, I wanted to choose Blaze. A lot of my teammates obviously wanted me to choose somebody who was more of an alliance with me. So in the end, I did end up choosing Allie. She got the 2 extra votes for the Joker.
So I got the 2 votes after Chase had handed it down to me. I want to feel confident about it, but I'm not too sure how the rest of the jury is going to go about that. I'm hoping that it'll come in my or her benefit. So hopefully.
Of course Chase is gonna give her vote to Allie. That's not a shocker for any of us, you know? That's what happens when you wanna be lovebirds on the show over them. Literally both of them could go home, but we're just gonna get Chase out of here first. I'm very confident in this vote, you know? I probably annoy some of my castmates. Next week, I'm gonna give it my all though. So Chase, I'm sorry, your little reign of I'm gonna cry but still win is over.
I voted for Chase because it was just her time to go. It's getting a little old and boring, and she just doesn't have it.
Triana. Only because you, I don't really care. Like, I don't care about you. So you can go and hit the boot.
Yeah, I voted for Chase. She's been on the bottom every week. We've been putting her down there, and she was easy to keep down there and kind of use her to take somebody else out. So, yeah, we decided this is the week for her. Maybe Triana next week.
I'm sorry, Tree. I got all the love for you, but at the end of the day, Chase is my girl, and I had to do it. That is what it is.
All right. I am voting for Chase with authority, and here's why. She keeps calling me old. We see what happens old. Maybe old a little bit, but wise more than you'll ever be, young lady. But anyways, she's all caught up in all this crap about me and this and that. She makes no sense at all. I mean, what the hell? She's talking about how we're ganging up on her. Yeah, that's called an alliance, and we have a plan. You have no plan, no action. You're whining. You need to go.
I'm voting for Chase to go home because, first of all, that was the worst debate I've ever seen. Do you forget what you're here for? Like, I don't know what's going through their brain. Then she says, everyone is so scared to be put up there. No, are you mad because we're playing the game smart? Like, why would we want to go up there? Clearly you suck, and that's why you're up there. So, she needs to go home. I'm tired of her loser-ass attitude and everything else that they're bringing here. So, it's time for her to finally go home. And Triana, she's being a fucking sore loser too, but she can go home next week. I'm really tired of this whole group. So, yeah. Goodbye.
Okay, we are back. Fake it till you make it. I'm John.
I'm Angela.
And I'm Zach.
And wow, what an interesting turn of events.
That was
Chase
crazy.
and Keenan almost fought. Thank God security was there.
Keenan's not a small guy. I mean, what? And Chase, in all fairness,
not a big girl.
she's a little tiny thing.
And Keenan just doesn't seem like the guy like he wants to be fighting. He just seems like he's level-headed.
In all fairness, he totally took the class road. He held his tongue. He totally just walked away from the situation. Keenan, and how this ensues is, Chase is trying to tell Keenan he's made wrong moves by putting her up, and there's a big argument. And maybe it's because she just had to get, explode from being on the chopping block so many weeks in a row. But things got pretty heated. I mean, to the point where she's even trying to call him and have him go outside. I mean, you're a small person yourself. Would you ever do something like that?
Probably.
Even though you are a boxer.
I probably would say to step outside, but I would expect, in all honesty, that if I approached a dude like that, I imagine that it would be hard not to take the high road and just smash into a woman's face. I think Keenan had the right move there. I'm not fighting.
Well, he
here.
is such a gentleman.
He's a
He
nice
is such
kid.
a nice guy, nice class, total class act. And I agreed. Trying to hold your tongue back from something like that is.
And she's trying to attack him, and he's biting his tongue. I mean, good for you, Keenan.
Let's talk about the end result. Even though this was all overshadowed, it doesn't take away the fact that, deemed fake by her peers and eliminated from the game, Chase, by a vote of 4-3, she had a double vote, mind you. 4-3, Chase has been eliminated from the game. Finally, after being up there so many times.
She's probably relieved of not having to go through that stress anymore.
And I think that's probably what it was. She was, overpressured. She was constantly getting up there. And in all fairness to her, she was getting week in, week out. I mean, I'm sure that takes a toll on you.
It does. As a person that was a block rider, if you will, on my season of Big Brother,
that's true.
It's very. It's true. That's why I said it. But it gets mentally exhausting after a while, because you feel like, especially if you're not you're like, I can't win. I can't win. And But
No, instead you just gave the answer to Tyler on OTEV.
Oh, there we go. Boy, you're just full of for someone who's not a fan of Angela Rockstar, you sure do know a lot about her.
I mean, it's out in the open. I mean, who gives the answer to somebody that they're competing against?
Don't listen to him. He's got a life-size cardboard cutout of me in his room.
There we go. You got a life-size.
Brett.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I don't think you're doing yourself any favors there.
Oh
with that
my
announcement.
God.
Looking at his
Wow.
build, I'm like, I'm gonna be built like him one day.
Oh, so he's an inspiration.
Yep, the body. He's one of the bros. He said it best on his season.
Oh, okay. He's one of the bros. All right, take it easy. You know, Angela Rockstar is our guest, and you seem to find every flaw, OTEV comments and everything else. I mean, is there ever going to be a week that, hey, can we all just get along?
No.
Not in my eyes.
Probably not.
Oh, man. He's brutal. I apologize. Once again, every week you hear me saying this. You know,
You're born in America
I got to
right now.
apologize for him. Right?
Never have to apologize for someone else's poor taste.
Okay.
You're born in America right now. Let's
All
get
right.
to these goodbye
Well, let's
messages.
get back. Well, hold on. Before we get into that, let's talk a little bit about the 4-3. Chase did have the double vote, and she still only had 3 go her way, 2 of them being hers. Very interesting. Who was the other one that did it for her?
So the surprising one was Gage. Gage said, "Let's vote Triana out." It's
that is
Gage. Just kind of, I don't know.
He's kind of going back and forth every week.
Yeah,
but he's doing it secretly and privately, which makes him probably pretty smart.
That is true.
He's
Sneaky. I like it.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's-
that smile, that beaming, you're blinded by that beaming smile, and really he's got this devious dirt mind going on where he's just going to throw in crazy votes, and I like it.
Any goodbye messages that you're looking forward to with Allie being eliminated?
Chase is the one eliminated.
I mean, I'm sorry, Chase being eliminated. You're right.
I would say you got to start knowing your stuff. I mean, stop. Got to pay attention. Let's do this. Let's go.
I guess now I'm.
You're starting to become the same boat as Rockstar at this point.
Okay, well.
You're good with me. Don't
Thank
worry
you.
about it.
Thank you, Rockstar.
Leave your side of the table.
Okay.
I would like to see maybe what Gage says, because
he kind of swayed his vote.
Maybe he wanted her to stay. I don't know if they had.
It's going to be interesting to see what Keenan says after their little fight ensued. Is he going to be glad she's gone? I mean, he totally took the class way during the
very
altercation.
interesting.
What do you think? Who are you looking forward to?
I'm curious to hear Gage. I'm curious to hear Keenan too. I mean, those are the two I'm really looking forward to hearing.
And let's not forget about Blaze, who's been against Allie and Chase the whole season. He finally gets one of them eliminated. Maybe he's got a great message as well.
Sure, he's made no secret about his only enemies and who they are. So that you're right. That should be interesting.
Well, I'm excited. Let's take you on down and listen to some of these goodbye messages.
All right, well, goodbye, everybody. I've finally been off the show. It was a great game, very challenging with all of you guys. I do feel like the men have a stronger alliance than us women, so maybe that's something to think about. For the most part, though, I don't feel like everybody's playing it strategically, so I hope here from now on out that everybody's a little more logical and thinking a little bit more with their head instead of alliances and emotions. But the game will be played how it gets played, so I wish everybody best of luck.
Look, Chase, if I had an extra tissue, I wouldn't give it to you because you cry too much. We get it. You're tired of being in the bottom. Stop sucking so much. Then you want to be in the bottom. Of course, I had to be the person to send you home. You're welcome. But, you know, at least Allie will be there for you next week to get sent home as well.
Tired of listening to your crying. You're finally gone. Bye. See you later.
All right. Hey, Chase. Looks like you're out. All right. Well, your attitude kind of sucked near the last couple of weeks, and you know, it made it real easy for us to decide to get you out of here. You know, the funny thing about it is, I have a strategy, unlike you, and mine was to pick you and Allie through this whole competition. Why? Why is that? Well, maybe it's because that way I don't piss anybody off except you two. Did a good job of that, but everybody else is okay with me. That's why my name doesn't come up other than you, and now you're gone. Bye-bye.
it is what it is. We didn't, you didn't play it exactly how it needed to be played. Got all the love for you, but you didn't fake it till you make it, to be honest. So, all the love for you, but it is what it is.
All right, well, like I thought, you would be going home. I'm glad to see that you are finally going home, finally. And the way you acted tonight, like, I couldn't even believe. First, you and your girlfriend, the shit you guys were saying, and then the fight with Keenan, like, I don't know. First of all, you have the whole thing wrong, but that's why you're going home, because you don't know what the game is about. You're not here for the money. You're not here for anything. You're here for a drink and what? I don't understand. And that's why you're going home. So goodbye, bitch.
Oh my gosh, Chase, you had it the hardest. I swear to God, you had it the hardest. You can't fight him, but it is what it is. It is a game, and we all competing. But I wish the best of luck for you whenever you do.
Goodbye, Chase. You know you got a smart mouth. You start mouthing off. I knew you was going home. I tried to tell you that early. You ain't believe me. Kept trying to argue with me. Then you try to stand up and fight. But you know that wasn't gonna go well. You like a chihuahua. Come on now, like, adios. Bye. I hope Allie feeds you your dog food at home.
Yeah, Chase, you've been my best friend since the beginning of this competition, and this one was hard tonight, but it's okay. I'm gonna carry on with this thing. I'm gonna win this. I'm gonna do this for you, baby.
Welcome back, everybody, to Fake It Till You Make It. I'm John.
I'm Angela.
And I'm Zach.
And there you have it. Goodbye messages.
Triana was my favorite. I'm just saying.
I mean, oh my God. And she's already put a target out for Allie for next week. So looks like who Triana's calling
goes out.
That's who's doing it. So the queen bee is back at work, but no target on her.
Yeah, very interesting. I thought, I was a little surprised that Allie was so lackadaisical about her leaving, but
yeah, I was a little. Here's another one. Blaze, he kind of put it out there. He made it, clear cut. This is why we're doing what we're doing, and he's never been a fan of those two anyway. So
yeah, I mean, not a bad strategy the way he was explaining.
Keenan was on that bye energy, and I understand that, especially after what went on during the voting. That was crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean,
absolutely.
Yeah, Keenan has been a real class act this whole season and has been very, quiet for the most part. He comes to compete, he comes to play, and he's been doing phenomenal. Gets a competition under his belt, and she wants to shred him for his decisions. I mean, that makes no sense.
I think she just was ready to go at that point.
Do you think it was the pressure of week in and week out?
I imagine it had to be, because that's how the game works. You win, you nominate someone. I don't know why she targeted him versus any of the other people that have put her up.
You've been on a show. You've been on Big Brother. At what point does the game stop being the game and it becomes personal?
I think it's when you do feel like everybody else is having a good time and you're not. And you're
but are you not having a good time because you're losing, or are you not having a good time? I mean, what would stop you from having a good time if in the back of your head you realize it's just a game? What would stop you from having your good time if your mind is set right for that?
It needs to be set right for that, but anytime you're messing with my money, it's not a game.
Oh, well, that's a good point. That's a very good point. Okay. Well, next week's going to be interesting, everybody. I mean, make sure you join us for that train ride of drama and excitement. Right now, it looks like the alliance moves forward. It looks like the next one in the sights might be Allie.
Yeah, that's what I kind of was catching too.
And, of course, I mean, alliances can't last forever, so we could have some twists and turns that start making some alliances fall apart as well.
That's true.
But there's only one way to find out, and that is to come back here next week and join us. I'm John.
I'm Angela.
And I'm Zach.
And we'll see you next week on Fake It Till You Make It.